Alright, folks. In this one, we've got Tengen Broke anime. Shout out Gallenberger one. Tengen Uzui, man. Hey, this is my favorite hashira. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video where I was talking about it, bro. Tengen Uzui, my favorite hashira, man. Got the aura and the fight as well. The entertainment district. That entertainment district season 2 was my favorite season. And yeah, like everything about him was just like cold, no glaze. So when you combine all of that together, it's just man. He just became my favorite hashira. But like I said, talking about that, the fights in Entertainment District, bro, I think that's probably trademark Demon Star. Like that's Demon Slayer's best fight. You know, with Tengen Uzi and Tanjiro fighting those demons, right? It was insane, but I don't even want to hold you guys up for any longer. Let's get into this one.
Told you Tengen broke anime. You can interpret that positively or negatively, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you why it's both. Why?
I think they're saying
Tengen has
the reason why they're saying Tengen broke anime. I think they're referring to like the fight. Like that fight was insane. That fight was so peak. It kind of set the bar high for these new gen animes. That, in my opinion, I don't think any of these new gen animes, their fights have reached the height that Tengen Uzi's fight reached. I think the closest fight, to the Tengen Uzi upper rank demon fight from any new gen anime, in my opinion, is probably Rengoku versus Akazu's, and that should probably tell you that's coming again from within the Demon Slayer, franchise. So that should kind of tell you, like, bro, this fight was insane. I think that's probably like where Galen is essentially saying Tengen broke anime. I don't know, that's what I think.
Insane backstories I've ever seen. I want to get into that first because the influence that has on him makes you appreciate his beliefs and
obviously he's got the 3 wives as well, not to mention all them bear shit.
With 8 siblings.
That's extra points to the aura.
3 of them died before the age of 10. As part of his training, Tengen's father had him and 5 masked assailants fight to the death until there was only one winner. Those 5 assailants were Tengen's siblings. Now, thankfully, Tengen did catch on to this. However, that was only after he'd killed 2 of his brothers. By the time he was 15, only he and 1 other brother remained. His brother had adopted the same mindset as his father, that everything they had done was for the good of the clan, and that's all that mattered. 15 is also an important age in the Uzui clan because by that age, you need to have multiple wives chosen by the clan. The Uzuis believe in polygamy because they want to reproduce as much as possible to grow the clan. The women of the clan are purely viewed as vessels for that purpose. So by 15, Tengen had 3 wives, which doesn't
I'm not gonna lie, all of them bad, like not one was bad, you know. Not one was bad. Like this is some Pep Guardiola shit, I swear down, fam. Bro, Tengen Uzi's got the template.
His clan placed in not only these women, but life as a whole, including all the family members they'd slain, led to Tengen fleeing the clan and taking his wives with him. Despite having the courage to stray from the path he was born to walk.
By the way, Entertainment District, that intro is the best intro out of all the seasons.
He points out he's going to hell, and he believes he should have executed his remaining family, but couldn't bring himself to do it. So he'll have to settle for drinking with his siblings in the afterlife. There are actually a lot of parallels between him and another character I covered recently, Toji Fushiguro.
Okay.
Both grew up in powerful clans, and despite leaving those clans, they carry the trauma they endured throughout their series. Also, their names both tell you exactly who they are. Tengen roughly translates to center of things, and both Tengen and Uzui relate to heaven. This could refer to him being the center of the Uzui clan, or could simply refer to him believing he's the center of things. We know he boasts he's heaven-like with his flashy, cocky demeanor, so that certainly makes sense. He literally calls himself the god of flashiness. After deciding to become a demon slayer, with his shinobi skills, he flew up through the ranks. When he met Kaguya and saw a level of empathy he'd never received from his clan, Tengen decided Kaguya's a man worth following and becomes devoted to his mission, which is ironic because really he simply moved on from one mission to another. He just agrees with this one and has more autonomy. Perhaps even more tragic than his past is when he's introduced as a lead in the entertainment district, he has to fill Rengoku's shoes. Mugen Train was easy.
Wait, was Mugen Train before Entertainment? No way. Shit.
Demon Slayer had done so.
I forgot,
point,
guys.
Rengoku's
Listen, bear with
character
me.
was the most impactful one
I don't really have the best
when
memories.
he first shows up, Tengen is a douche.
But damn, I would have thought Mugen Train was after Entertainment
Tengen
District.
himself seems to be aware of that because he admits he can't be his grade, which ties perfectly into his character. Like Rengoku, he is boisterous, but unlike the man who is willing to mentor Tanjiro and the others, Tengen is annoyed by their presence, belittles them, and orders them around. He's also arrogant, boastful, and seems to care more about flash than substance. This is fascinating for 2 reasons. First, this makes him essentially the anti-shinobi. The way of the ninja is that of blending in, not drawing attention to yourself. Mindfulness over arrogance and being about the mission. Tengen's flashy persona is a complete rejection of all those ideals. It even extends to his appearance, which is flashy itself. The dude paints his nails, for crying out loud. This desire to stand out as an individual is his way of denouncing his past and the beliefs that come with it. On top of that, it's a defense mechanism. He uses that abrasive personality to push people away because he doesn't trust others easily. You can also argue it's a facade. He outwardly boasts and makes himself stand out because deep down he doesn't actually value himself. Despite leaving, he can't completely move on from his past. I'll be honest, even when he's a douche, he's really entertaining. He's an
No, he is entertaining. Like, he's actually one of the more like entertaining characters in the top 3 most entertaining Demon Slayer characters. Inosuke, Tengen Uzui. Who do I want to put number 3? Nezuko's a shout, you know. Nezuko is not a bad shout. But I'm gonna put Zenitsu. How can I forget, bro? Zenitsu, my dog. That's my dog. So yeah, those are probably like the 3 most like entertaining characters if you ask me. Zenitsu, Tengen Uzui, and Inosuke.
Just excited at the end of the fight when he can see Gyotaro's musical score makes him one hell of a badass. Something I didn't know, which adds to his character, is how he actually created his own breathing style. There was no sound hashira before him, and he's the only known user of that.
Hey, you do have to respect that, you know. That is true.
Like
he was the founder of his breathing style.
We don't see him use as many forms of his breathing style as Rengoku, but similar to his fellow hashira, all of Tengen's attacks have different purposes. First form Roar is something of a distraction. Fourth form Constant Resounding Slashes is used for defensive purposes, and fifth form String Performance is used for versatile offense. Perhaps the coolest part of his ability is sound breathing is a...
Do you guys think that's actually up there with one of the most like impressive feats of any hashira, like coming up with your own breathing style, like what Tengen was to do? I think his is like sound breathing, right? Would you guys actually put that as one of the most like impressive feats that hashira could have? Or would you guys say no? Obviously, taking down an upper rank demon is, you know, is creme de la creme in it. But surely, like being the founder of your own breathing style is up there because again, like there was no one before you where you could like kind of base your model, your fighting style off, learn from. Like, bro, essentially you're doing that shit from the ground up. So I do think that is actually like impressive if you ask me. But I don't know. Would you guys say is one of the best feats a hashira could have?
Actually, next level deduction skills bordering on foresight. It takes time, but once completed, he reads his opponent's movements like it's a sheet of music and is able to counter attacks with ease. With Tengen, there are so many themes you can take from his story that apply to anyone. Acceptance, valuing one's life. It's okay to stray from the path others have set for you. All of these are universal in nature. What's especially cool about this is that it ties into his fighting style. As I said with the purpose of sound breathing, the first thing that pops out about Tengen's fighting style is his deductive skills and how he makes high-quality decisions in response. He instantly recognized Daki wasn't an upper-rank demon, she wasn't powerful enough. Something else must be going on. He beheads her in an instant, which was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was insane.
Then he sees the body doesn't vanish, and when Gyotaro appears, Tengen deduces the conditions on how to defeat them almost immediately. That might not seem important, but we see a direct comparison to another.
Oh shit.
When Mitsuri is fighting
oh shit. Hey, you look, calm down. Get your dick out your hands, bro. Hey, everyone, let's calm down for a minute. It's time to take a touch. I kind of forget the lovely... What's her name again? Mishiro?
Another example.
Love hashira, innit?
He caught that Gyotaro's blood demon art.
Nah, to be honest though, if we're keeping it about, see that season 3 is the most useless season in Demon Slayer. That Love Hashira series. The only reason why it was good because of the only reason why that season was good is because of the Love Hashira herself. Outside of that, like, bro, it didn't really have much to offer. I mean, the ending was kind of good where what's it called? Where they were in a race with time to kind of get Nezuko out of the sunlight in it. Because I think, again, my memory ain't the best, but wasn't Muzan not about to like do something with Nezuko where he was about to become invincible, but then the sunlight came and then end the season 3 in it. Other than those 2 parts, yeah, the Love Hashira and the part I'm talking about, bro, that series was, bro, God knows what happened in that series. That series was definitely the worst in the franchise.
Blades made of blood right away. It makes sense Tengen would have these heightened senses and elite instincts too. He grew up a shinobi. He'd been bred from birth to make quick, calculating decisions, and that gives him a massive experience advantage over the other hashira. Like other shinobi, he is immune to most poisons, and when the demon's poison proves to be more difficult to manage, he stops his heart to slow its spread. This dude's pain tolerance is insane. He has
Tengen durable.
Piercing him as he charges
I remember that as well. He's durable.
He gets his eye slashed, and yet he's the most hyped up person on the battlefield. Something I love about his fight with Gyotaro is not only is it flashy, it's literally the most visually stunning fight in the history of anime, but its values shine throughout. It also ties into how Tengen broke anime, but we'll get there in a bit. Tengen believes that life
Demon
is valuable,
Slayer.
and that between your own life and the mission, you should choose your own life, because he's seen the consequences of the other way. He also values others' lives over his own. So what does he do? He consistently chooses protecting others over attacking, and this is clear time and time again. Not only that, he uses shinobi tactics to create openings, like using smoke and bombs for cover and misdirection. It's interesting because on the other side of that fight, there's depth as well. Gyotaro attacks in a way that mirrors what was used against him as a human, and uses the same tools he did as a debt collector. He also mostly goes on the offensive, because having to behead both he and his sister is so difficult, he doesn't really have to worry about playing defense. There's an important moment where Gyotaro chastises Tengen, assuming he had an easy life due to his talent. As we know, that couldn't be further.
Yeah, I remember that speech
Despite
Tengen
his
drops about
talent, his
talent.
upbringing was horrific.
I remember that.
It's
That's actually one of the best
relevant
speeches
because
in
it ties
the anime.
directly into Tengen's external flash and front covering up his internal trauma. Not only that, he rejects the notion that he's talented and immediately deflects to people who he believes are worthy of being called such, like Guillaume and Muichiro. Again, showing how he views himself. Another really powerful scene is during that fight, Tengen is doubting himself and thinks he can't handle the situation like Rengoku could. When Rengoku died, Tengen literally says,
You guys think Rengoku's stronger than Tengen?
Kill an upper rank, which shows
I don't think so.
self-doubt.
I don't think so.
Then he has a vision, and Rengoku says that
Oh, but then again, the
different.
Rengoku fought
He doesn't
Akaza,
need to
innit?
try
But
and be another Kyojuro. Tengen can succeed.
do you guys think
It's a really
Tengen
cool
does better
scene which
against
gives
Akaza
further
than what
importance
Rengoku
to
done?
Rengoku, but is a great character
Because,
moment
bro,
for Tengen.
I must say, when Rengoku was moving that, I don't know what the hell that screen was in it, but when Rengoku was moving that sword, when he had the sword in Akaza and he was moving that shit up, I thought he had it. I thought he had the title race. That, bro, that shit was 18-19, Man City versus Liverpool, bro. I thought Liverpool had it. You know, Coutinho last day of the season, and then De Bruyne, no, that's 21-22, shit. Well, okay, well, listen, forget that. But I thought Tengen Uzui had that shit, bro. Like the way he had the knife, he was bringing that shit out. I thought he had it.
He doesn't.
But clearly not.
He succeeded in being a worthy hashira in his own right. He taught his wives to value themselves, helped Tanjiro and the others grow, and placed protecting civilian lives over his own. He certainly had the aura being a hashira requires.
Yeah, for sure.
I love how the end of the fight leads to him retiring too. After everything, he finally values himself, and he chooses to put his life above the mission. It's a touching full circle moment that completes his arc beautifully, especially because he was the first person in over 100 years to defeat an upper rank. And that victory is not only a massive
Yeah, that's
momentum
another
boost for the
feat.
Demon
Hey,
Slayer,
if we're talking about feats, Tengen is probably like top 3 hashiras, you know. That's another feat. Like, he was the first one to defeat an upper rank.
but instigates Muzan into playing more offense. So how did Tengen break anime? As I said before, his fight with Gyotaro set a new standard for action in an anime. It's easily the most stunning visuals an anime fight had ever seen. So he quite literally
Kinda what I
broke
was
the
alluding to
bar
at the
and
start of the
elevated
reaction
to
or video.
previously unseen heights. That has impacted anime as a whole, because now after seeing what's possible, your expectations for other fights has gone up as well.
Hey,
However,
it's
you
fast what he's saying, because I was literally saying this another time, right? Or in the past few days or weeks. I was literally saying, yeah, bro, the Demon Slayer movie, in my opinion, I felt a bit disappointed because of watching the Mugen Train, Akaza vs Rengoku, and watching Tengen Uzi's fight. And it's like, bro, Demon Slayer set the bar high up here for other animes and for themselves to follow in it. So it's like, when the Demon Slayer movie came out, a movie, you're expecting bigger budget, bigger production, you're expecting more quality in it because it's a movie, it's not a series. I was, you know, kind of expecting it to be around that or hopefully better in it. And when after like I finished the movie, I was a bit dissatisfied, I'll be honest, because it's like I felt like the fights weren't nowhere near. Again, the only good fight, okay, the only great fight I would say was Giyu Tanjiro versus Akaza. That was good, innit? But it wasn't great. It wasn't elite. It wasn't on the level of the Tengen Uzui versus the upper rank demons, innit? So it's like, man, this fight in a way did kind of break anime because it did shift their expectations. Let's be honest, it did.
also look at it in another way. That fight was so good, so visually appealing, so hype, that it completely overrode what, in all honesty, was a pretty mediocre season by any other metric. This was when Demon
Okay, I wouldn't
Slayer's
go that
comedy
far.
was
I actually enjoyed
arguably
the
at a low
season.
point. The characterization
I like the
wasn't
vibe with the
nearly as
entertainment
strong as
district
it
and
is
whatnot.
now.
I thought like
There
it was
were
good comedy.
A lot of annoying moments, and there wasn't anything special about the plot. In that way, Tengen showed how broken anime can be, when all it takes to save a season lacking in most areas is an
Yeah,
incredible
I mean, he
fight.
might have a
That's not
point, you know, he might have a
necessarily
point.
good or bad thing, but
He
no
might have
one
a
made
point.
that more clear than Tengen Uzui. Tengen proved that even without as strong of a season or plot, you can still succeed by doing things differently, and by being flashy in doing so. With that,
This, hey, this was a great watch. Tengen Uzi was, I wouldn't say, would you guys say he broke anime? I wouldn't go that far. I'll say what broke anime is something like Ultra Instinct, Goku. That's what broke, a Gear 5 Luffy, you know. Oh, but maybe again, if when it comes to like quality or standards of fights, maybe with that Tengen Uzi fight at the end of the series. But Tengen Uzi in general, great character, elite character, man.